My mother's piano sat silent for 3 years, not because she forgot how to play, not because she lost interest, because her fingers wouldn't cooperate anymore. The arthritis had won. Or so her doctor said. Rest your hands. Don't strain them. It's just arthritis. She believed him. I believed him. And I watched her lose the one thing that made her feel alive. The music, the joy, the identity of being a pianist, all gone. That was 7 years ago. And I've spent every day since proving that advice was deadly wrong. What I discovered about arthritis changed everything I thought I knew. Because here's what no one tells you. Your joints don't heal through rest. They heal through motion. And I'm not talking about gentle movement helps a little. I'm talking about if you do these 4 specific exercises in the exact way I'm about to show you, your pain can be cut in half in 14 days. Not managed, not slightly better. Cut in half. But here's the thing. 95% of people, even people who know these exercises, do them wrong. And I'm going to show you exactly what wrong looks like, because that's the only way you'll get this right. Before we start, I need to know you're serious, because if you're just here to watch, this won't work for you. In about 60 seconds, I'm going to ask you to stand up and do something that might feel uncomfortable. If you're not willing to do that, this video isn't for you. And that's okay. Click away now. Still here? Good. Let's talk about what's really happening inside your joints. Your joint has a fluid called synovial fluid. You probably know that. What you don't know is that this fluid only gets produced when your joint moves through its full range of motion. Partial movement. You get partial lubrication. And here's the part that's going to make you angry. When your doctor told you to take it easy, they sentenced your joints to a slow starvation. Think of it this way. Your joint is like a door hinge. Synovial fluid is the WD-40. No movement? The hinge rusts shut. Gets stiff? Eventually seizes completely. So you move less, which creates less fluid, which creates more friction, which creates more pain. You're not dealing with arthritis progression. You're dealing with a starvation cycle, and the cure isn't in a pill bottle. It's in 4 specific movements. But here's the catch. The timing matters. The speed matters. And most importantly, the common mistakes will make you worse. The first exercise? It targets the joint that controls your independence. Let me ask you something personal. And I want you to really think about this. When was the last time you struggled with something you used to do without thinking? Opening a medication bottle, buttoning your shirt, turning a doorknob, holding a pen. And in that moment, when you couldn't do it, what went through your mind? For most people, it's not, my hands hurt. It's, I'm losing my independence. Hand arthritis is cruel because you use your hands for everything, every single thing. And the standard advice, squeeze a stress ball, that advice for someone with arthritis is like telling someone with a broken leg to go running. Forceful gripping inflames the joints more. What you need is the exact opposite. Gentle, smooth, no force. All right, remember what I said about commitment. I need you to do this with me. Right now. No waiting until later. Rest your right hand on your lap, palm facing up. Let it be completely relaxed. We're starting here, because if you can't use your hands, nothing else matters. But here's what everyone does wrong. They make a tight fist. They squeeze hard. They think, no pain, no gain. Watch. This is wrong. Tight fist, hard squeeze, tension everywhere. That creates inflammation, which restricts blood flow. You're exercising, but you're not healing. Here's how you do it right. Your hand is relaxed. Palm up. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, let your fingers curl toward your palm. Not squeezing, just curling, like they're falling asleep. Slow, like you're moving underwater. Let your fingertips touch your palm. Gentle contact. No pressure. Hold it. 1, 2. Now open. And here's the key that everyone misses. Spread your fingers gently. Feel that stretch, that spreading at the end. That's what distributes the fluid to all 9 joints in each finger. That's 1. Let's do 10 together. Right now. Take a breath. Exhale and curl. Gentle. Fingertips touch. Hold. 2. Open. Spread wide. Keep going with me. Curl. Touch. Open. Spread. If a finger doesn't want to curl all the way, don't force it. Let it go as far as it wants. It'll get better. Keep breathing. Curl. Gentle contact. Open. Spread. Your hand should feel warmer now. That's increased blood flow. That's healing happening in real time. Perfect. Now left hand. 10 gentle curls. Curl. Hold. Open. Spread. Do this twice daily, morning and night. 2 minutes total. In 1 week, your hands will feel less stiff when you wake up. In 2 weeks, you'll open a jar and forget that it used to be hard. And here's how you'll know it's working. On day 4, you'll button your shirt and realize you didn't think about it. That's the moment everything changes. Type a 1 in the comments if you just did this with me. Just the number 1. That's all I need to know. You're serious. Now, hands need gentle circulation, but your knees, they need something completely different. And what I'm about to show you contradicts everything you've been told about protecting your knees, because the way to protect your knee is not to use it less. It's to make the muscles around it stronger. And there's one muscle that 98% of arthritis patients have let atrophy. And when that muscle dies, every step you take pounds directly into bone. Let me tell you something your physical therapist probably didn't explain clearly. Your knee has almost no muscle protecting it. It's a hinge joint, bone, cartilage, ligaments. So where does impact protection come from? Your quadriceps, that big muscle on the front of your thigh. Think about a car. Your quad is your knee's airbag. When it's inflated and strong, it absorbs impact. But when it's deflated, weak, every bump, every step, all that force crashes directly into your knee joint. A study from Johns Hopkins found weak quads are more predictive of knee arthritis progression than age, weight, or genetics. So why does every arthritis patient have weak quads? Because straightening your leg hurts. So you stop doing it. So the muscle atrophies. So more impact hits the joint. So it hurts more. You see the cycle? This exercise breaks it, but only if you do the lowering phase correctly. Here's what people do wrong. They straighten their leg, hold it, then drop it fast. That drop? That's wasted. That's where the strength builds. And they're throwing it away. Grab a towel. Roll it up. Put it under your right thigh, just above your knee. This elevation takes pressure off the joint, makes this completely pain-free. Ready? 8 reps. Right leg. Take a breath in. As you let it out, slowly straighten your leg. Only as far as comfortable. Halfway is perfect. Here's the key. Pause at the top for 3 seconds. Feel that thigh muscle working. Now, lower in 4 seconds. Count with me. 4, 3, 2, 1. That slow lowering, that's called an eccentric contraction. That's where your muscle gets stronger. Most people miss this completely. Let's do 8. Together. Straighten. Pause 2, 3. Lower. 2, 3, 4. Again. Straighten. Hold at the top. Lower slowly. Continue counting through 8 reps on right, then left. Now switch legs. Towel under left thigh. 8 reps. Breathe. Straighten. Pause. Lower in 4 seconds. Perfect. That burn you feel, that's not pain. That's your airbag inflating. Your protection coming back. Twice daily. 14 days. Your knees will feel more stable when you walk. That feeling like your knee might give out. Gone. And here's the real test. In 2 weeks, try standing up from a low chair. You won't need to push off with your arms. Type a 2 if you just did this. Because I'm watching these comments. And this number tells me you're not just watching. You're healing. We're halfway through. And you're probably wondering, if this works so well, why isn't this standard treatment? Here's the truth. It is standard treatment. But there's a gap between what physical therapists know and what they have time to teach. The average PT appointment? 45 minutes. They're evaluating you, demonstrating exercises, documenting for insurance, and seeing their next patient. They show you what to do, but the how, the slow lowering, the breathing, the exact timing, that gets lost. So you do a rough version. It helps a little, but not enough to stick with it. That's the gap I'm closing today. The precise how that makes these exercises actually heal. Now, the next 2 exercises, they address something even more personal. The tiny movements that make you feel old 50 times a day. Here's what's really happening in your hips. Your hip is a ball and socket joint, and between them is a microscopic layer of fluid, thinner than a human hair. When you walk normally, that fluid spreads evenly across the joint, like WD-40 coating a hinge. But when you favor your hip, when you limp, when you avoid full movement, that fluid pools in one spot. The parts that don't get fluid, they grind, bone on bone. That's not arthritis progression. That's fluid distribution failure. And this exercise, done correctly, redistributes that fluid in 90 seconds. But here's what everyone does wrong. They lift their knee fast. They hold it tense. They breathe shallow. Watch. This is wrong. Fast lift, tense hold, shallow breath. That creates muscular tension, which restricts fluid flow. You're exercising, but you're not healing. Here's how you do it right. Sit back, feet flat. Fill your lungs with air. On the exhale, slowly lift your right knee. 2 inches, maybe 3. But here's the key. As you lift, imagine you're pushing your knee through water. Slow, smooth, controlled. Keep it there. 1, 2. Now lower, even slower than you lifted. 3 full seconds down. The lowering is where the fluid spreads. That's 1. Let's do 10 together. Right now. Inhale deeply. Empty your lungs and lift. Slow. Hold. 2. Lower. 2. 3. Left side. Breathe in. Exhale and lift. Hold. Lower slowly. Keep going with me. Right. Hold. Lower. Left. Hold. Lower. You should feel gentle movement. 0 pain. If it hurts, you're lifting too high. 1 inch works. Do this twice daily, morning and night. 7 minutes total. In 5 days, that morning stiffness when you stand up will be 50% better. In 2 weeks, you'll notice you're not thinking about your hips anymore. And here's how you'll know it's working. On day 3, you'll stand up from a chair and forget to brace yourself. That's the moment everything changes. Type a 3 in the comments if you just did this with me. Just the number 3. That's all I need to know. You're committed. 3 down. 1 more. And this last one? It addresses something you probably don't think about until you need it. The ability to reach overhead, to wash your hair, to get something from a shelf, to hug someone properly. Small movements that define whether you feel capable or dependent. Picture this morning. You wake up. You reach for your phone. Sharp pain. You get in the shower. You wash your hair. That ache shoots down your arm. You get dressed. You reach behind your back for your bra clasp or your shirt, and you have to do that weird twist because your shoulder won't rotate. This is what shoulder arthritis steals from you. Not big dramatic things. Tiny moments, all day long, that remind you your body doesn't work right anymore. And it makes you feel old. Not your age, old. Here's what people do wrong with shoulder rolls. They do them fast. They do them tense. They roll forward only. Watch. Fast rolls forward. That doesn't lubricate the joint. That just moves the inflammation around. Sit up. Arms relaxed. Completely relaxed. We're doing 5 backward, then 5 forward, but slowly. 1 roll should take 3 full seconds. Ready? Lift both shoulders toward your ears. Now roll them back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Then let them drop. Up, back, squeeze, drop. That squeeze at the back, that's what everyone misses. That's what redistributes the fluid to the back of the joint. Let's do 5. Together. Up, back, squeeze, drop. 1. Up, back, squeeze, drop. 2. 3 more. Slow. Up, back, squeeze, drop. Beautiful. Now reverse. 5 forward. Up, roll forward. Pull shoulders down in front. This direction lubricates the front of the joint. Up, forward, down. 5 times. With me. 3 times a day. Morning, afternoon, night. Takes 90 seconds. In 1 week, reaching overhead won't make you wince. In 2 weeks, getting dressed becomes thoughtless again. I'm going to tell you about 2 people. First, there's Margaret. She's 73. Retired elementary school teacher. Used to do calligraphy. 3 months ago, she couldn't button her own shirts. Her daughter had to help her get dressed every morning. She started with just the finger curls, twice a day, 90 seconds. Week 1, 3 buttons by herself. Her daughter cried. Week 4, fully dressed, no help. Last Tuesday, she handwrote 30 wedding invitations in perfect calligraphy for her granddaughter, something she'd already said goodbye to. She wrote at the bottom, "I have my life back. That could be you, 3 months from now, holding what matters." The second person, Robert, he's 68. 2 years ago, his grandson asked him to play catch. Just simple catch in the backyard. Robert said no, because his shoulder hurt, because he was protecting his joint. He thought he was being smart, being careful. 6 months later, the grandson stopped asking. Robert told me, "I didn't realize I was choosing pain over memories. I thought rest was protecting me. Instead, it stole 6 months I'll never get back." Now, they play catch every Sunday. His shoulder is stronger than it's been in 5 years. If this helped you, like it, share it. Send it to your mother, your father, your friend who's been struggling. Because somewhere, someone you love is being told to rest, and they're believing it, and their world is shrinking. You can change that. Right now, subscribe to March Senior Health, hit the bell, because next week I'm exposing something that's going to surprise you. The 5 chair exercises that rebuild the exact muscles you need to stand up easily and safely, because after 60, you lose up to 3% of your leg strength every single year. And research shows the harder it is to stand from a chair, the higher your risk of falls, hospitalizations, and losing independence. You're moving, you're healing, you're taking your life back. This is the precise method. No shortcuts, no guessing, just what works. Let's keep moving forward, together. See you next week.